keen to write a good, nice English modern text, they say instead of this, Manoah promptly followed his wife. Unbelievable. He not promptly followed his wife. Do you see it? It doesn't say Vayemaher Manoah and he hasted. No, it says Vayakom Manoah Vayelech. It says about her Vatemaher Vatarotz. She hasted and she ran. So you see the two persons. She runs quickly and he follows slowly. Why so? Because he's ambivalent. He's happy that God heeded his prayer, and he's angry that God heeded his prayer in such a surprising way. So you see, the body language is the message. She's hasting because she knows what to do, and he drags his feet while he follows his wife. We are very thankful to God and to Manoah that he followed his wife. But you see how difficult it was for him. And whoever reads it in English misses the main point. You are in the hands of middlemen. This is very dangerous in buying an apartment. It's also dangerous in reading the Bible or in any book. These middlemen are the translators. They simply didn't see what is written here. So Manoah comes and he says to the man, Ata ha'ish asher dibarta al ha'isha? Are you the man? You see, it doesn't say remember that is a man of God. No, he remembers what she said right now. Are you, I would say, really? Are you truly or really the man who spoke to my wife? Yes, he answered. Now I have to tell you a secret. Don't tell it to anybody. The word yes does not exist in the Bible. The Bible people, the biblical people knew only to say no. No is very, very often in the Bible. But there is no yes. We are a negative people, you know. I hope you take my jokes as humor and not as... So in the Bible, if they ask you, will you drink a cup of tea? You don't say yes. Please. You say, I will drink. Eshte. Hatishte koste? The answer is, there is no yes. So you probably know the verse, Ken v'not Tzofcha dovrot, which doesn't mean yes, the daughters of Tzofcha speak, but it means true. Ken means nachon. Ken v'not Tzofcha dovrot is not the word yes, but it's the word truly, they speak the truth. Anyway, so since there is no word for Ken, only this is a Talmudic term. In the Bible you say, I am. Are you really the man who spoke with the man, with my wife? And he answers, Ani, I am. In English this would sound probably very queer, so they wrote yes, but don't take it as a proof that the word yes exists in the Hebrew, biblical Hebrew. Then Manoah, all right, I'll read verse 12 in Hebrew. ויאמר מנוח, אתה יבוא דבריך, מה יהיה משפט הנער ומעשהו? And Manoah said, may your words soon come true. This I would take Tipex and really erase totally. He says, in Hebrew, it says, Ata, now, Ata yavo devarecha. Now, let your words come. Which means, now speak. Now you have the right audience. Ata yavo devarecha. Please speak out now. What will be the rules that shall be observed by the boy? So the English translation, they simply didn't understand that Manoah is saying, whatever you have said before is really unimportant, because you have to speak to me. So please, now, let me hear what are the rules which he speaks in the plural, first person plural, which is very nice. Ma'u mishpat hanar u'ma'aseh, not yet. יעבוד מה יהיה משפט הנער ומעשהו. How should we educate or deal with the forthcoming child? ויאמר מנוח, ויאמר מלאך השם אל מנוח. Now before continuing, I have to close the book again, because I'm in real terror. There are two possibilities. One is that the angel would correct the woman, because she gave an abridgment, right? And if the angel now gives the full-fledged rulings, her husband will say these horrible words which we are not supposed to say. I told you so. Didn't I tell you so? You gave me 2/3 of what he spoke. Baruch Hashem, I pleaded that I'll get the rulings again. So we read the next verses in real fear. God forbid that what the woman has said won't be backed by the angel of God. The other possibility, which is much more, which we prefer, is that he will repeat what she has said and not what he has said. So here you see the biblical narrator at his best. We have a third repetition of the same occurrence, and we have a second variation. Because he won't say exactly what he said, and he won't say exactly what she said. He will have his own way in between. But I tell you in advance, he is a very nice angel. He really backs. He knows that there won't be Shlom Bayit, there won't be Shimshon. It would be a big tragedy if he is not backing what this woman has said to his husband. So let's read it in Hebrew. ויאמר מלאך אדוני אל מנוח, מכל אשר אמרתי אל האישה תשמר. מכל אשר יצא מגפן היין לא תאכל, ויין ושחר אל תשת, וכל טומאה אל תאכל. כל אשר ציוויתיה תשמור. In English it starts with the word, the woman must abstain from all the things. This is a crude way to express it, the woman. In Hebrew it says, from whatever I have told her, the woman should abstain, which is softer, right? I don't know. This the order of words is not too nice. But anyway, he says, excuse me, but you know exactly what to do, because I have told it to my own wife, right? So whatever I told your wife, she has to abstain. She must not eat anything that comes from the grape vine or wine, and drink wine or any other intoxicant, or eat anything unclean. Again, these difficult words. And he does not mention the razor. Baruch Hashem. Right? You appreciate it very much. That he does not add to her words. He does not mention either that he will save Israel from the hands of the Plishtim. So he sticks to the shortened version. She must observe all that I have commanded her. This is not a good translation. How does it say in English? Al tochal kol asher tzivitiyah tishmor. I would say whatever I have commanded her, she must refrain from that. All right, so she breathes clearly and we breathe clearly. We are relieved of this fear. And now what do we expect Manoah to say? Thank you for coming again, right? But Manoah has a deep drive to show that he's much better than his wife. A deep drive to show that when it comes to hospitality, he's like Avraham Avinu and not like Sarah who is hiding in the tent. So, ויאמר מנוח אל מלאך אדוני, נעצרה נא אותך ונעשה לפניך גדי עזים. And Manoah said to the angel of the Lord, the narrator again tells us this is not a man and not a man of God, but this is an angel of the Lord. Let me detain you and prepare a kid for you. This is rule number 1 in biblical hospitality, that you are allowed, or you have to ask the permission of the guest to detain him. You know, all guests are hurrying to where they intend to go, so please stay with us for 3-4 hours, you know. You have to slaughter, you have to take off the skin, you have to prepare it, you have to cook, and you have to prepare the meal. So he asked him to be detained for a couple of hours, and he says, let us, na'aseh, he speaks in the plural, na'aseh lefanecha agdi izim, let us detain you and prepare a kid for you. ויאמר מלאך אדוני אל מנוח, אם תעצרני לא אוכל בלחמך, ואם תעשה עולה לאדוני תעלנה, כי לא ידע מנוח, כי מלאך אדוני הוא. Now in English, the angel says, they added the word but, which is very proper. But the angel of the Lord said to Manoah, if you detain me, I shall not eat from your food. And if you present a burnt offering, offer it to the Lord. For Manoah did not know that he was an angel of the Lord. And what do you know? But his wife knew well indeed. She didn't even dare to ask his name. She knew that this is not a regular person. But Manoah thinks that he is a man. So he wants to be nice to this man, and this man says, no, I don't eat. Which is very improper in biblical relations between a guest and a host. He says, no, I don't eat. But you can bring thanksgiving to God. And I will wait. And the narrator tells us he made this grave mistake because he did not, to offer him food, because he didn't know that this is an angel. So we got reassured in our interpretation that she knew well enough. Verse 17, ויאמר מנוח אל מלאך אדוני, מי שמך, כי יבוא דברך וכיבדנוך. And once again the narrator says, look how foolish this person is. He asked the angel of God, what is your name? Because if your prophecy comes true, we want to honor you. We are not, how do you say, ungrateful. Ungrateful persons who get such a prophecy, and when it comes true, we forget about the prophet. No. Tell us your address. You remember, she knew that she is not supposed to ask this. But he heard it from her that he's not supposed to ask. But people who think that they are clever make great mistakes if they are not clever. Really, this is the truth of the matter. ויאמר מנוח אל מלאך השם, מי שמך כי יבוא דברך וכיבדנוך. When Manoah said, what is your name? We should like to honor you when your words come true. And the angel said to him, you must not ask for my name. It is unknownable. למה זה תשאל לשמי והוא פלי? The Hebrew is more beautiful. Peli means hidden, wondrous, inaccessible to people, to human beings. Is there a stronger hint than this? He doesn't eat. His name is hidden. We expect now, if we open the book again, that it will say, then Manoah understood that this is an angel. All this is in the Bible. All this is in a biblical patriarchal society. This man is put to shame by the narrator. ויקח מנוח את גדי העזים ואת המנחה, ויעל על הצור לאדוני ומפליא לעשות, ומנוח ואשתו רואים, והיא בעלות הלהב מעל המזבח השמיימה, ויעל מלאך אדוני בלהב המזבח, ומנוח ואשתו רואים, ויפלו על פניהם ארצה, ולא יסף עוד מלאך אדוני להיראו אל מנוח ואל אשתו, אז ידע מנוח, כי מלאך אדוני הוא. The coin finally dropped. And there are people who think there is no humor in the Bible. Az yada Manoach. Let's read it in English. Manoach took the kid and the meal offering and offered them up on the rock to the Lord. They had in their backyard a primitive altar, a rock. And a marvelous thing happened. Unbelievable. While Manoah and his wife looked on, as the flames leaped up from the altar towards the sky, the angel of the Lord ascended in the flames of the altar, while Manoah and his wife looked on, and they flung